I'm continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I'm reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. Right now, this is the last chapter in the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 29. This is the end of David's life. In the last chapter, David gave his final words to the leaders of Israel, his court, his administrators, and Solomon, his son, instructing him to build the temple. So, here we go. Chapter 29. All Israel makes a liberal offering for the temple. David blesses and praises the Lord and instructs the people. Death of David. Solomon reigns as king. Books of Nathan and Gad are mentioned. Furthermore, David the king said unto all the congregation, Solomon my son, whom alone God hath chosen, is yet young and tender, and the work is great, for the palace is not for man, but for the Lord God. Now I have prepared with all my might for the house of my God the gold for things to be made of gold, and the silver for things of silver, and the brass for things of brass, and the iron for things of iron, and wood for things of wood, onyx stones and stones to be set, glistering stones, and of diverse colors, and all manner of precious stones and marble stones in abundance. Moreover, because I have set my affection to the house of my God, I have of mine own proper good of gold and silver, which I have given to the house of my God, over and above all that I have prepared for the holy house, even 3,000 talents of gold of the gold of Ophir, and 7,000 talents of refined silver to overlay the walls of the houses withal. The gold for things of gold, and the silver for things of silver, and for all manner of work to be made by the hand of artificers. And who then is willing to consecrate his service this day unto the Lord? So I like that. He says, I've gotten all this stuff for the Lord. He's talking about all the stuff he got in conquest. When he conquered people and he took all the treasure, he gave it to the Lord. He didn't keep it for himself. And in addition to all that, he took money that he did make, that he earned himself, money from his own lands, money from his own estates, and he donated that as well. And now he is calling on the people, what are you going to do to build this house of the Lord? This is now he's talking to the congregation when he's sending this as a public proclamation to all the kingdom, not just the leaders like he did in the previous chapter. Verse 6. Then the chief of the fathers and princes of the tribes of Israel, and the captains of thousands and of hundreds, with the rulers of the king's work, offered willingly, and gave for the service of the house of God of gold 5,000 talents, and 10,000 drams, and of silver 10,000 talents, and of brass 18,000 talents, and 100,000 talents of iron. And they with whom precious stones were found gave them to the treasure of the house of the Lord, by the hand of Jehiel the Gershonite. Then the people rejoiced, for that they offered willingly, because with perfect heart they offered willingly to the Lord. And David the king also rejoiced with great joy. So they're giving very, very liberally, as it says there, and they are rejoicing in their giving. Now, it does say these are the leaders. Maybe he is still just talking to the leaders and telling them to talk to the people, but it seems maybe it is just that he's talking to the rulers of the various tribes. He's bringing in the leaders and asking them to make donations. But verse 10. Wherefore David blessed the Lord before all the congregation. And David said, Blessed be thou, Lord God of Israel, our Father, for ever and ever. Thine, O Lord, is the greatness, and the power, and the glory, and the victory, and the majesty. For all that is in heaven and in earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Lord, and thou art exalted as head above all. Both riches and honor come of thee, and thou reignest over all, and in thine hand is power and might, and in thine hand it is to make great and to give strength unto all. Now therefore, our God, we thank thee, and praise thy glorious name. But who am I, and what is my people, that we should be able to offer so willingly after this sort? For all things come of thee, and of thine own have we given thee. For we are strangers before thee, and sojourners, as were all our fathers. Our days on the earth are as a shadow, and there is none abiding. O Lord our God, all this store that we have prepared to build thee a house for thine holy name cometh of thine hand, and is all thine own. I know also, my God, that thou triest the heart, and hast pleasure in uprightness. As for me, in the uprightness of my heart, I have willingly offered all these things. And now have I seen with joy thy people, which are present here, to offer willingly unto thee. O Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel our fathers, keep this forever in the imagination of the thoughts of the heart of thy people, and prepare their heart unto thee, and give unto Solomon my son a perfect heart, to keep thy commandments, thy testimonies, and thy statutes, and to do all these things, and to build the palace, for the which I have made provision. We're going to stop it there. I'll finish this chapter in the next video. I like this prayer of David. It's not ours. We give this willingly, but we're not really giving it to you because everything is yours. We're just returning to you what is already yours, and we're doing it willingly. And bless us. Keep it in remembrance. Keep our children remembered of this temple. Make sure that it is in their thoughts constantly. And they ask a particular blessing on his son Solomon. I like this prayer of David. It does show us that even though David has fallen, he has lost his salvation, he will never go higher than the celestial kingdom. He never lost his faith. He made blunders. He does seem to have spent at least some time without the divine inspiration of God, without revelation. And he made some blunders in his life. But he stayed faithful, and he tried his best to keep Israel faithful. And for that, he should be praised. But we'll pick this up in we'll finish this chapter out in the next video. See you then.